ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Can repeat. Alpaksharam asandigdham
अल्पाक्षरं संदिग्धम्
सारवत् विश्वतो मुखम्
सारवत्विश्वतोमुखम्
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
अस्तोभम् अनवद्यं च
स्तोत्रं स्तोत्रविदो विदुः
सूत्रं सूत्रविदो विदुः। ऐवुन्
ऋलुक्
ऋलक्
एओङ्
एवोङ्
ऐ औच्
औच्
हयवरट्
हयवरट्
लण्
लण्
ञमङणनम्
ञमङणनम्
जभै
जभैं
घटदश
घटदश
जबगडदश
जबगडदश
खपचठथ चटतौ
खपचटतौ
कपै
कपै
शशसर
शशसर
अकुक विसर्जनीयानाम्. Oh, sorry, hal is up top. Yeah, hal, yes.
हल
अकुक विसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः
अकुह विसर्जनीयानां कण्ठः
इचुयशानां तालु
यजुयशानां तालु
ऋटुरशानां मूर्धा
ऋटुरशानां मूर्धा
तुलसानां दन्ताः
ऋतुलसानां दन्ताः
उपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्टौ
उपपद्मानीयानां ओष्ठौ
ञमङणनानां नासिका च एदैतोः कण्ठतालु दौतोः कण्ठ ओष्ठम् कारस्य दन्त ओष्ठम् जह्वा मूलीयस्य जह्वा मूल्यम् नासिका अनुस्वारस्य अमो राजमनिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे
रामो राजमणिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे
विहता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामेण विहिता निशाचरचमूः रामाय तस्मै नमः
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर
रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर
Let us continue the Abhyasa. Please type your name in the chat box. Kausalyaji. Last class we did up to Santushtaha Tasya. Santushtas Tasya. And now
Tataha plus tataha. Visarga will be replaced by sakara. So
Good.
tatas plus tataha. So sakara remains tatas tataha.
yes. Tatas plus tataha. Tatas tataha. Because Visarga replaced by sakara because the kar letter follows. Alright. Visarga itself has come because of kar letter, and Visarga again becomes sakara because of kar letter. Chutta sandhi will not happen. So tatas tataha iti. Okay, good. Next, continue.
Sarvaihi plus chatraihi. Visarga will be replaced by sakara. Sarvais plus chatraihi.
Yes.
Then chutva sandhi will happen.
Yeah.
Sakara will be
Sarvais.
replaced by shakara.
Yes. Sakara will in contact with Chavarga letter.
Chavarga letter.
Therefore, it is replaced by Shakara. Sarvais Chatraihi. So Sarvaihi Tritiya Vibhakti, Chatraihi Tritiya Vibhakti. So Sarvais Chatraihi. Continue the next one also.
Balaha plus shanmukhaha. Visarga will be replaced by sakara. So balas plus shanmukhaha. Shtutva sandhi will happen. Sakara will be replaced by murdhanya shakara.
Yes.
Balash shanmukhaha.
Shanmukha. Continue the next one also.
Sangaha plus teshu. Visarga will be replaced by sakara. So sangas plus teshu. And sakara remains. So sangas teshu.
Sangasteshu. Next person. Jyoti.
Sharad plus Chandraha. So it becomes just one. Takara replaced by Dakara. Sharad Chandraha.
Yes. Sharad plus Chandraha.
Then Shutva will happen. So it becomes Sharad Chandraha.
Sharaj plus Chandraha.
And then Chartva Vidhi will happen. So it becomes Sharat Chandraha.
Good. Sharad Chandraha. So Jashtva, then Shtutva, then Chartva. Yes, next one.
Bruhat plus Chatram. So first is Jashtva 1. Takara replaced by Dakara. Bruhat Chatram. The same thing. Shutva will follow. Bruhat Chatram. And then Chartva will follow. Bruhat Chatram.
So this is the sequence of application of the roots. So Jashtva number 1 to be applied. Then Shtutva. Then finally Chartvam. Bruhat Chatram. Next one.
Shubhraha plus Chandraha. Visarga followed by a khar letter. So Shubhras Chandraha. Then Shutva will happen. So Shubhrash Chandraha.
Shubhras Chandraha. Yeah.
So Guruji, do we apply Chartva here, make it Shubhra Chandraha?
Visarga becomes Shakara. Yes, you have to apply Chartva Vidhi to be applied because Chal letter, even though nothing happens, you have to apply.
Shubhrash Chandraha.
You have to apply. Even before also, in what
Yes.
Kausalya ji did, that you have to apply. If you don't apply, something may happen later. I mean, for some other Sandhi. Therefore, always apply. This Chartva Vidhi. Here is Sarvesh Chatrehi. Here also, everywhere you have to apply. Because it is there, even though no change happens, but still apply. It's applicable. Shakara is a Jal letter, followed by Kar letter. So Jal letter is replaced by the Char letter, and Shakara itself is a Char letter, just replacing it. Similarly, here also, it is Balash plus Shanmukaha. The last class, I said this, so please note that. So, similarly here, Sangas plus Teshu. So, Sangas plus Teshu. One more time. That is, Chartam is applied. Last one. Jyotiji.
Yes, Guruji. Mrut plus Shakatikam. So first is just one, becomes Mrud plus Shakatikam. Then Chutva will apply Mruj Shakatikam. Then Jashtva 2 will apply, it remains the same. And lastly, Chartva will apply to Mrut Shakatikam.
Rich Shakatikam, yes. So it becomes Rich Shakatikam. So Chakara is replaced by Chakara. Next person.
Guruji, what about Chatva Vidhi in this case?
Which one?
The Chatva Sandhi.
Chartva Vidhi, yeah, to be applied. It is
Yeah.
applied here. I have not written separately. It is applied here. It is Chakara is replaced by. That's what she said.
Chakara.
Yeah, that's a Chartva Vidhi only, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Chatva, the last rule which we learned last class.
Oh, yes. That is
Chakara
possible.
preceded by.
Yes, that is an option. Option also is there. Yes. So that also can be done. So this is Shakatikam. Then optionally, the last class we saw Chatra Sandhi. That Sandhi is optional. That also can be applied. If you apply, what will happen to Shakara? What is the condition?
Shakara preceded by
Jai letter and followed by
Followed by
followed by
Shakara preceded by J. What J?
Padanta J.
Padanta J.
Padanta J.
So therefore replace Shakara by Chakara optionally. Replacing. So whenever Shakara is there, so you can think this will apply. But Chakatikam. Chakatikam. This is optional. Next person.
Guruji, one doubt.
Yes.
So how we can apply, because this is Shakara is not followed by letter. It is Kar letter, right?
You tell me. It is there. Letter is there. You have to find out. What? First you split this. Rajaji will answer. Others don't answer this. Hold on. What is that? Split this.
This is Shakara.
Next letter is?
Okay. Sorry, got it.
What is the next letter?
Shakara plus. Okay, I got carried away by the Kal.
That's what. In the beginning, when we learned alphabet, Akshara, that time itself, I told, when we do Varna Cheda, when we say a particular letter, if it is only a consonant, then it is fine. Otherwise, when we say Ja, Ka, etc., it has got two components, Vyanjana and the vowel. Don't forget the vowel.
Okay.
This,
sorry, Guruji.
This basic thing should not forget. Okay. We'll carry it over by the following consonant, forgetting the vowel in between. If vowel is not there, it becomes a conjunct, right?
Yes.
Therefore, okay. Next person, Girijaji.
Yes, Guruji. Gachat plus Chhatraha. Gachat is Padanta Jal. So Jashvasandhi number 1 happens.
First, how do you know Gachat is a Padam? Anyway, it's a Padam only. Anyway, you know, I don't know how do you say that. Do you know it's a Padam?
No, Guruji. Yeah.
It's a guess. It's okay. Guesswork is fine, but this is a Padam only. In fact, this is a Shatranta.
Gachat. Okay, and then the Kara is again a gel letter. After that is Cha is happening. Chatva Sandhi?
Chutva Sandhi, that is not. Don't skip that. The Kara is Tavarga letter in contact with Chavarga letter.
Tatu. Yeah. Tu followed by Sha. No, it's not happening. Shtutva. Tu followed by Sha or Tu is not happening. And what else is happening? Jastva Vidhi. Jastva Vidhi, Jal letter followed by Chesh.
Why are you skipping? Why are you saying Chutta will not happen? Chutta Sandhi is not complete. What you said is not complete. You said just skip that and you just glossed over it.
The third letter we have replaced ta with Dakara.
That comes later. Why you said Chutta is not applicable?
Sakara in contact with Sha or Cha, or Tu in contact with Sha or Cha. Yeah. Tu is in contact with Cha. That just one number 1 we have already applied and it has become Da.
Okay.
And Tata Dada. Okay. Still it is Tu Varga. And it is in contact with the Sha or Cha Varga. Yes. Cha is in contact with Chu Varga, Chu, then it will become corresponding, will be replaced by corresponding Chavarga letter. So the Da will become Ja, it will become Ja.
Why glossed over this? Important.
Plus Chatraha.
Don't forget this step. Chutta Sandhi is applicable. You have to see all the possibilities. Sakara, yes. Tavarga in contact with Shakara, Chavarga. And the same example has been done before also.
Yes, Guruji.
So Jashtva, Chutva.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Now Jastva Vidhi number 2 will happen here.
Can you apply? Just don't say, just see that. What follows here?
It is Jal
Is it a gel
followed
letter?
by, no, it's not
Okay.
followed by Jash.
Not
It's
followed.
not
Just gel
followed by
letter,
Jash.
fine. Not followed by just letter. Therefore,
Jash letter.
Jash is a soft consonant. Cha is a hard consonant. First, you
Hard
have to see
consonant,
that.
yeah.
A hard consonant
Yeah.
and how it will apply. So,
So
therefore, not
Dashta
applied.
will not happen. Cha will it followed by kar letter. Chartva vidhi. Gel letter when followed by kar. This is one of the kar letter. Cha. So it will become Varga Pradhamaksharam will come there. Cha cha ja. It becomes cha cha ja. Cha. It becomes no. Yeah, Varga Pradhamaksharam is cha. Gach plus chatra.
Gachat chatraha.
Gachat chat. Oh, double cha. Gachat chatra.
Not double cha. It is
In the place of ja, another
Chakara comes.
Varga Pradhamaksharam will come. Okay.
Varga Pradhamaksharam you said. Chakara. What is the doubt in that? You have to say chakara. You don't have to say cha cha ja janga and all. Chaka Varga Pratama Varna is chakara only. That all will come.
Yeah.
Next one.
Vidvat Jana, it is the same, Guruji. Just Sandhi one. And then after that, Shtutva will happen.
What will happen? What is the Adesha in the place of Dakara?
Jakara will be the Adesha there. Jana. And Ja and Ja is, this will be number 2. What is number 2? Jastva Vidhi, number 2.
Number 2 will apply. Jal followed by just letter. Number 2. One more time not done. Then
Vidvat Jana. And then Ja and Ja. It's not kar letter. So Jal letter followed by Jash. It is Tavarga. Yep. Now it is.
nothing happens. That's all. Vidvajaha.
Okay, yep.
Chattva Vidhi have come up to the end. After that, what Vidhi is there? You have to go further. Those Vidhis are not applicable here.
Yep.
Next one.
Srimad Shankaraha. The is Dakara is again one of the Padanta Jal letter. So Jashtva Vidhi will happen. No difference there because the itself is the third letter. Shankaraha and followed by Sha. I think it's exception. It comes under the exception, Guruji. Ta followed Tu Varga followed by Sha or Chavarga, preceded by Sha and followed by Chavarga. No Shrutva Sandhi happens.
No Shrutva Sandhi happens.
Srimad Shankaraha. Yeah.
No.
Exception to the above rule number 20.
What is the rule?
Preceded by.
Tu, where is preceding here?
Oh, there is no Sha preceding. Okay.
Tu is here. Yes. We are talking about preceding. Following only, right?
No, yep. It's not preceding. Sorry, I am reading it as preceding Sha followed by Chavarga. And followed by Sha or Chavarga, Guruji.
Followed by Shakara or Chavarga.
And okay, it has to be preceded by Sha and followed by Sha or Chavarga. Here it is not preceding by.
No. There is no. There is so many confusions are there. Treatment. There is no preceding. See, what is that say? That is Tavarga preceded by Shakara. That's all. Then it will not happen. Tavarga preceded by Shakara, then Shrutva Sandhi will not happen. That's all.
Yeah.
There is no succeeding, preceding. Two conditions are not there. Where Tavarga letter is there, which is preceded by Shakara, then Shutta Sandhi will not happen. So for Shakara to precede Tavarga, Shakara must be there at the end of the Purva Padam. Tavarga must be at the beginning of the Parapadam. Only in that case is that then you have to look for the application of this Apavada, exception. But here it is not. Here the first letter is Tavarga. Only when Tavarga is a second, the first letter of second word. And the first letter and the first word, the last letter must be Shakara. Then only you have to think of applying this exception. Not here. There is no exception here. It is applicable. What is the difference
Then
between
here
this?
Chitva
No,
Sandhi
what
will
is
happen.
okay? Listen. What is the difference between here, this, and this? Everywhere it is same. Same Sandhi. Even before also we saw this. Shanmukha, okay, that is not there. And before that, Shakara came. Anyway, I think you got carried over by because of the Shakara.
Yes, Guruji.
If that's why the confusion is. But Shakara should be at the beginning. I mean, it should be the last letter of the first word. Okay. Yes.
Okay, Shutva Sandhi happens in this case now.
Yes, it
Guruji.
happens. Yes, it happens.
Yeah, it that so the only remains Srimad.
You say Shutva Sandhi happens, then you say that
Corresponding
only
Chavarga.
remains.
Chavarga means Ja. Ja comes here.
Jakara.
Ja comes
Jakara
here.
comes.
Jakara.
Yes. Srimaj. Then after
Srimaj
that.
plus Shankaraha. Ja is again in. Just give me little time, Guruji. I'm just working out in my head what I'm saying before I can tell it. Sha is not one of those letters. Padanta year letter plus Saṃskṛta. Year means all halalu plus year plus.
Shakara is a kar
Even
letter.
that doesn't
Shakara is a kar letter following jal letter Jakara.
Shakara.
See, you know the sequence. You be familiar with the sequence. Jashta Vidhi, Shtutva, Shtutva, Jashta Vidhi number 2, then comes Chartva Vidhi. See Chartva Vidhi immediately.
Okay.
You go here and down. Just see the sequence. See the sequence. What is the next rule? Chartva Vidhi. You see whether Chartva Vidhi is applicable. Sequence
Followed
is
by
very
kar letter. Yes.
Yes. Followed by kar letter, replaced by.
Plus siblings.
Replace it
Varga
by.
Pradamaksharam happens. For
what is that?
Where is Shankara Srimaj for Ja? It is Ga. It becomes.
It becomes Ga.
Sorry. Cha.
You do a lot of homework. Huh?
I'm reading the other lines. Sorry.
Srimad Shankaraha. Srimad Shankaraha. Then optionally, the Chartva Vidhi, what we said in the last class, will apply. What is it says?
Srimat.
Not Srimad. Chartva Vidhi. Chartva Vidhi, the name itself says it is Chakara is the Adesha.
It's corresponding char letter.
Corresponding?
Char letter, that is the Varga Pradamaksharam.
Shakara is replaced by Chakara when it is preceded by Jai letter, Padanta Jai, and followed by So Shakara is replaced by Chakara. Srivat Shankaraha. Chartva Sandhi.
Will it not become Takara, Guruji?
Takara.
No, it will not. Varga Pradamaksharam has to be Cha. I'm sorry. Yep.
Varga Pratamaksharam, that is Chartva Sandhi already done. Okay. That nothing will happen to them. That remain as it is. Why it should change? Shakara is there, following letter Shakara, then Chartva Vidhi will apply. Okay. Let us do homework. Next one. Let's continue.
Tat Shrotum here tat changes to tad because of Jastva Vidhi 1. And after that, Shrotum is Sha. Sha will
It's not a big thing. Come on, you apply the same sequence. We have done just with it, right? What is the next one? Third guy in contact with Shakara, Shutva, that's all.
Shutva.
So replace Dakara by, replace it by what?
Guruji, in aircraft going.
Sorry?
Oh,
Okay.
there was an aircraft, that's why I had to. Taj Jakara
Replace
happens
that.
plus Shrotum.
Then after that.
Then same as the above, Guruji.
Tell me that.
Oh, I've lost it, Guruji. Sha.
Chartva Vidhi will apply. Jakara is replaced by Shakara.
Chartva Vidhi.
Then applying Chartva Vidhi, Jakara is replaced by Shakara. Then optionally Shakara which follows, that is replaced by Shakara. So Tachrotum.
Tachrotum.
You have to do homework, okay?
Yes, Guruji, I've been working on it. Definitely by next class.
This sequence you have to remember.
Your expectation. Yep.
Yes, next person, Pramilaji.
Gachet plus Shivaha. Jastva Sandhi 1. Gachet plus Shivaha. Next, G. Shutva Sandhi will happen. Gachet plus Shivaha. Last one, the Chatva Sandhi will happen. Gachet Shiva. Gachet plus Shivaha. Last one, Ji. Chatva Sandhi will happen. So it is Gachet Shiva. Shivaha.
Shivaha. Gachet Shivaha.
Yes, Ji.
Next one.
Next is pra plus uktam. A plus u.
Yes.
So guna sandhi will happen.
Good.
G. But Anna, I worked a lot in G. Upper தான் கண்டுபிடிச்சேன். It is guna sandhi. So
why did you apply any Visarga Sandhi here?
No, G, I didn't apply Visarga Sandhi, but I went for all those Jastva, Chutvam, and Anunasika, Jastva, all those things
It's
I wrote.
no, this clarity is not there still.
Really, Inji, but I didn't get, so then only I
See,
got it.
What is Sandhi? Why you go there? What is the last letter of the first Padam? A is there.
Sorry.
First letter is when two vowels are combining. Why are you looking for Visarga Sandhi and Vyanjana Sandhi? Two vowels are meeting. Achandhi, it should come under the category Achandhi. Logical, right?
Yes, Inji.
Looking for that which is not there. Misplaced research, wasting your time there.
Really, but it was also practicing. So, like,
but practice is fine. Practice where you practice within the scope, it is okay. If you say you are struggling to find in Visarga Sandhi, that understandable. Vyanjana Sandhi, understandable. But it is totally out of that.
Okay.
A plus U is guna, right? See, the basics of what is Sandhi? Parasamnikarisha Samhita. Varnanam Atishaya Sannidhi Samhita. The close proximity of the letters. So we have to see what are the proximate letters here. Proximate letters are vowels here. There is no Vyanjana. There is no Visarga undergoing change. The first thing is that the fundamental is that if you skip that and all the other mistakes, they build up on that. Anyway, it's a learning for you. Don't do the same thing again.
Thank you, Inji. Guna plus Uttamaha.
Purposefully given inserted as sandhis in between. What you do, I want to check. Anyway, yes.
Guna plus Uttamaha. A plus U. Guna Sandhi will happen. So it is Gunottamaha.
Gunottamaha. Yes.
Next is Sanji. Bibhrat plus na. It is Jastva Sandhi. Vibhrat plus na. Next is Chutva Sandhi. Tavarga plus Chavarga. So it is Vibraj plus na.
Please think, okay. Stimulated Shutta Sandhi. What is the condition for Shutta Sandhi?
Tavarga plus Chavarganji.
What is Chavarga? What is Tavarga? If you have a confusion. Dakara is which Varga?
Not there. Sorry.
That's one. Yosika மாட்டேன்றீங்க. யோசிக்காம அப்படியே பண்றீங்க. அது doesn't come by luck. Okay. You have to think every what you are seeing, how you see look upon the letter. How can you take this Nakara as Chavarga letter? Is it Chavarga letter first of all? It is not. It is Tavarga letter.
It is
Then how will you apply Chutta Sandhi? I will become Jakara. Ruled out. Chutta Sandhi not applicable.
I've written next is Anunasika Sandhi.
That
is Padanta.
That is correct. Anunasika Sandhi, tell me. That will not come here. What is
Anunasika Sandhi, Padanta year followed by Anunasika.
Yes, good. That you tell me, yes.
Vibrat plus.
What will happen? Year letter, Padanta year followed by Anunasika. Simple. It's not a difficult thing. In fact, I wrote the answer. I deleted that. How? Followed by Anunasika, then the year letter will be replaced by its Anunasika. What is Anunasika letter of Dakara? It's not a difficult question. I'm asking. Simple thing.
Vibranj plus na.
Tell me here, what is that? Dakara will be replaced by?
Dakara will na.
Yes. Dakara will be replaced by Nakara.
Nakara. Vibran plus na.
You have to tell here now, here in this context. When I asked what is the Anunasika letter of Dakara, not a difficult question. Tavarga's Anunasika letter is what? Fifth letter of that particular class. Nakara. That must be the come, right? It's not a difficult question. So Bibrata plus na. Dakara replaced by its Anunasika component, which is Nakara. So Bibranna.
Okay.
The next one.
See, next one. I didn't do anything.
Yes, we cannot do it because I have not taught you. No problem. I'll teach you now.
Thank you.
The next one is, we'll see now. We're going to see today. Guru plus. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can stop here. I'll tell you now. I'll teach you this Sandhi now.
Okay.
So, Bru plus Chaya. What will happen? We have not seen this. Bru plus Chaya. Kimbavati. Okay. Is it what Sandhi? What are the letters? What is a Purva Varna and what is the Paravarna?
Purva Varna is Ach. And next is Kar letter.
Sandhi between the vowel and the consonant. Have you seen anything before like this?
No, Ji.
No. When you're telling spoken, you have to tell in front of God.
Kalaji, please mute your mic and then you can talk with others, right? Keeping your mic in unmute condition disturbs the class. Okay, coming back to this vowel and a consonant combination. Have you seen any Sandhi before?
No, Ji.
No. Swara with Swara is there. Then the Visarga with the consonant and the consonant with the consonant. But we have not seen any sandhi that where this swara and this the vowel is there. We have not seen any sandhi. So that is what is going to be the next one. That is, I tell you what it is. For that, first we should know something called agama. Agama is a technical word. We know what is adesha. What is adesha?
The replacement. The
Something that replaces sthani, the new.
That is called adesha. Good. Yes. And what is stani?
that which gets replaced.
That which is replaced.
Is
Place
replaced.
where changes happen.
Yes. Now, there is something called agama. Agama is that where agama is like an adesha. It's like an adesha, but not adesha. Agama is that which doesn't replace stani, but which is added to the stani. It is an addendum, addition.
Comes in and joins.
It is just adds to the stani, right? Stani is there. Now you are going to add. Where will you add? Before or after? That question comes, right? So stani being there, you add. Agama means adding, addition. You add a letter to the stani. Doesn't replace a stani. Okay, there's no replacement. When you say replacement means it is adesha. When it is added, then it is an agama. That's why agama, agacchati iti agamaha. Kutra agacchati? That is the question. Kutra agacchati? Stani is there before the stani or after the stani? All these questions will come. So, therefore, here we should know a little about this agama. Agama can be of three types. Agama can be of three types. The type of the agama is determined by the it letter. So let me type it in a word file and explain this. This is about the agama. Agama is a technical word. Technical in the sense it is not used in the sutra part, that is Ashtadhyayi, but it is a technical word. Agamaha. What is agama? Agacchati iti agamaha. Agacchati iti agamaha. Agama means not shastra. Don't think agama is this Shaiva agama. So many agamas are there. For temple construction, agama shastras are there. Is it that type of agama? No. Here in grammar agama. Grammatical agama. Agama means it is addition. Agama means addition. That which is added to the stani. That which is added to the stani. Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
It's called agama. That which is added to the stani is called agama. So stani is the place where the change happens, the replacement happens, we know. Now, when you are adding the addition, so suppose if x is there, this is a stani. Now this stani, in a sandhi contest, let us take x plus y. Then x is the stani. Because of this nimitta, the cause, nimitta means cause, because of phi, this x is getting an agama. Is getting an agama. Then let the agama be A. A is the agama. Then where will you add the A? Will you add the A before X, or will you add the A after X? This question will come. Can be added anywhere. So therefore, the agama has to define by its property. Agama must have a lakshana, a characteristics that will say where to be added. To be added before the sthani or to be added after the sthani. Sometimes sthani could be of many words. Sthani could be a word. Sorry, many letters, not many words. Sthani could be a word of many letters. Then if the agama is to be added and in between, possible. In between the agama, sorry, in between the word, then also the agama has to have that characteristics. Only when it has that characteristic, then it can be added in between the letters of the word, where the word is a sthani. So far, we have in the sandhi context, we have not seen the word as a sthani, because sandhi is about only the two letters coming and joining. Therefore, there is no the words, right? But in later, in some other context, in samasa and other places, other contexts, you will see the word itself is a sthani, possible. And the word gets an agama, and the agama has got some special feature by which the agama can be inserted in between the word. That is also possible. Anyway, that is out of scope now. Let us not worry about it now. So now, if x plus y is sandhi, what we are doing now, A is the agama. If A is the agama, then this A can be, if A is the agama, then A can be added before or after. Then A can be added either before or after. Like it could be A x plus y, possible, or x A plus y. Here A is the agama. Now, if A is, that is the agama A, if the agama A is, if agama A, okay, here it is agama A. If the agama A is a tith agama. What is tith? What is tith? Tith is, what is tith? I will tell you what is, you know what is ith letter is, right?
Yes.
What is it? What is ith letter?
The packing
The
letters
last
in-
letter of the sutra.
Yes, the Mageshwar Sutra context we saw ith letter, right? Yes.
Yes.
And even in the context of Ru, we have seen, remember, Ru is Repa plus Who. What is this? Who is ith letter?
Ith
So,
letter.
thank God we have talked about it. That the ith is an important concept in the Vyakarana. The ith concept is. The content is ith letter. Now, suppose if I say, give an example of Sut. I'm just saying Sut. Sut is an agama. Okay. Sut is an agama. What are the content of Sut? Here, Sut, when we say Sud, that is O, that O is O, nasalized Ukara. Okay. In the grammar, all these have got this pronunciation, nasalized, non-nasalized. Anyway, but we have lost those pronunciation now. But it is soon, it is soon, it is there. We say Sut. We say Sut, but it is Ukara is nasalized Ukara. The content of Sut is Sakara plus Nasalized U plus takara, right? Here this ukara is what letter?
Ith letter.
Ith letter.
Takara is also ith letter. Takara is also ith letter. Therefore, the content is only sakara.
Sakara.
So sut is an agama where takara is an ith letter. Takara is an ith letter. Being ith letter, takara being ith letter and u being ith letter, both becomes lopaha. Therefore, content is sakara.
Sakara.
Right? Understand? Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
All of you, can you follow up with here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Guruji.
Since takara is ith letter, therefore I can call it as tit agama. What agama is that? Tit agama.
Agama.
Tit means what? Takara is it in which. That is called tit. Just saying in words what I wrote here. Takara is it in which is called tit. Takara is it in which. Where now? Here sut. Sut is that in which takara is ith letter. Right?
Yeah.
Sut
Yeah.
is that. Understand every word. Important. Sut is that in which takara is ith letter. It is it. Therefore, it is a sut is that in takara is it. Therefore, we can say this is a. Therefore, sut is a what agama?
Tit agama.
It's a tit
Sakara.
agama. Tit agama. It's a tit agama. Understand?
Yes, Guruji.
Understand step by step what I said. I said A is an agama. Agama, unlike adesha, doesn't replace a sthani. It is added to the sthani. That is why we say this agama is mitravat agamaha. Agama is like a mitra. Mitra means friend. Mitravat agamaha. Shatruvat adeshaha. Shatruvat adesha means adesha is like a shatru. It replaces. That's why it's shatruvat, like a shatru, like an enemy. Agama is like a mitravat, it's like a friend. It is added to the sthani. Okay. So being added to the sthani, it can be added either before or after. That is determined by the ith letter of the agama. That is determined by where the agama should be added to the sthani. Where should be added either before or after. That is determined by the ith letter of the sthani. Sorry, ith letter of the agama. If the agama is a sut agama, being tit, therefore it is added before the sthani. Therefore, now we have established that tit agamas are added before the sthani. Is it clear? Tit agamas are added before the sthani. If you have any doubt up here, please ask. Just with an example, I told you there are so many agamas are there. And I just took an example of sut agama. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Guruji.
Now I will ask you, you have to tell me. I will type some agama. Yasut. What agama is that?
Tit agama.
Tit agama.
Tit
Tit agama.
agama. The content is yas, like the previous one. Now I give another agama. Dut agama. What is the content?
Dus.
Id.
Sakara.
Not dus.
Dakara.
Where is dus?
Dus.
Where is dus?
Dakara. Dha.
See,
No,
id is agama.
Yeah, Dakara.
Das.
Dut.
Das.
Girjaji,
Yes.
why from where you get sakara? Sakara, should I say,
Okay.
invariably
So
add to
it-
everything?
Okay. When it drops off, it only the do remains.
Even otherwise, sakara, where is there in dut? Sakara letter is there in dut?
No. Saying the previous one. I
That's
just
what
got into
ango.
the-
It's a previous ango. Ango.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah, alert. Okay. There is no sakara there. Takara is it letter, ukara is it. Therefore,
Yes.
only dakara only is there. All these are tit agama. When these agamas are ordained for the stani, they are added before the stani. Understand? These are some of the examples I'm giving. Yasut, dut, etc. The application we don't have to see now. Don't worry about it. It's all advanced. Just know, understand what the concept of stani.
The plus who will not come?
Who is also it letter. Why did you ask this question here? Yasut.
That is suit, no. Suit that whom that with Chandrakala is there, no?
Chandrakala I have not put. Even if it is not there, we have to understand it is. Even if it is not there, we have to understand by the content. I say given the content as yes, then therefore ukara is it letter. I have to understand.
I am talking to the, down below. Yeah.
That anyone, that if I am telling for this, what about the next one? The same thing logic only. Content is dakara I have written. Then what is ukara here? Should I specify it as who? Even if I don't specify it, is understood. Every time I will not specify it. Even this the sutram also it will not specify like this. They will say that we have to understand that who is it the letter. Okay. So for our understanding and specifying yasut, I will remove that also. We have to know that who is it the letter only. Okay. So these are some of the examples. Now coming back to this. Here, this is the agama. If the agama is a tit agama, then it is added before the stani. Now, the agama is, suppose if it is tuk agama, content is takara. And what are the it letters here?
Uk.
U and Kakara.
U and kakara you have to say, not uk.
Okay.
Takara is it letter,
U and-
then ukara is also it letter. Kakara is it letter. And therefore, this we can call it by the name what agama?
Kuga.
If I call, listen, if I call Suttagama as Tittagama, how can I call this Tukagama?
Kitagama.
Tikagama.
It.
Kitagama.
What agama?
Tik. Takara with T. Kick. No, Sai is not there. Only take the ka part of kakara part of
So
it.
listen, think logically, okay? Take a minute and think. If Suttagama is a Tittagama, where Suttagama Takara is it letter, how can I call this Tukagama? By what name?
Kitagama.
Kitagama.
It is Kittagama, simple. Why Tikkagama and all? Kakara is it letter here. Therefore, this is called Kittagama. Kakara, the letter is Kit. Therefore, the same logic, Kakara, because Kakara is it letter. Kakara being it. Therefore, this is called Kit Agama. Sakara being it, Tuk is called Kit Agama. This is what I want to say. I said, okay. So now you know what is Tit Agama, what is Kit Agama. Tit Agama is that in which Takara is it letter. Kit Agama is that in which Kakara is it letter. Don't look for something else. Only that particular letter is there or not as a it letter. That only you have to say. That only determines what agama is that. So now, if it is a tit agama, then it is, I said, added before the stani. If it is a kit agama, then it is added at the end of the stani. If it is a kit agama, it is added to the end of the stani. So stani, the letter, first we have to, in the sandhi context, it's only a letter. Now the agamas were to be added before or after. That is determined by the type of agama, whether it is tit agama or kit agama. Understand this?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
tuk
Guruji.
agama is an example. So there are many agamas are there. Okay, now you have to tell me. I'll give some agamas. Tell me what are they. What agama is that?
Pittagama.
Tit agama. Where will you add? Before the stani or after the stani?
After.
Before.
Before, sir.
Before the stani.
Add before stan.
Next one. Tell me
This is
where
also tit.
It is
Ah.
before.
Before.
it is. What is the content of it agama?
E.
Ikara.
E is a content. What is the content of nut?
Nakara.
Nakara.
Nakara. You should not say in and all. We are advanced now. Okay. Under class is what you have to say nakara. Pronouncing in is wrong. In the beginning itself, I said you should not add a vowel before the consonant for pronunciation. That becomes a totally different letter.
Yep.
Nakara is, you have to say, you cannot pronounce a consonant at all. So you can only indicate the consonant by adding the kara suffix. Remember.
Yes, Guruji.
Then what agama is this?
Kit
Agama.
Kit. Pakara.
Kit.
Pakara.
Pakara is
Pakara
the
na. Pakara doesn't determine. Content is pakara. But
content is Pakara. Kit Agama.
it's a kit agama. Where will you add this?
After.
After.
After the
After the
stani.
After the stani.
What agama is that?
Kittagama.
Kit
After
Agama.
the stani.
After the stani.
Stani.
Kit.
Kit Agama. Add after the stani.
Add after the stani. Right? All these are some agama example. Now, what is that we are going to do with this? The example, what we saw, bu plus chaya. Now the rule comes. This is where we stop. Bu plus chaya. Bu is ukara, this vowel ending with ukara, then cha is. Now the rule says, listen, when chakara, now I'm going to tell the rule. Because I'm going to ordain agama for the stani. For that, I should introduce what agama is. That is what I have done. Now the rule I'm saying, sandhi rule. That is a connection. You should know what the connection is. Sandhi is the context. For sandhi, we should have the knowledge of agama. That is why agama introduced. What are the types of agama? I told only two types. One more type is that is not required now. So tit agama and kit agama, these two agamas are, you remember. Tit agama is that where takara is it, and kit agama is that in which kakara is it. Tit agama added before the stani, kit agama added after the stani. This much you remember. With this, now you see the rule. You understand up to this?
Yes, Ji.
Yes,
Yes.
Guruji.
Yes.
Now what we are going to say is, then this, the example what we saw is bu plus chaya. Yeah. 1 minute. Let me check the example. What is the example we saw? I think bu plus chaya only.
Brew.
Brew or 1 minute. What is maybe it's not a problem.
No, brew only, Sharanji. It's correct.
Boo,
plus
boo
chaya.
plus
It
chaya.
is not brew, it is bu.
Brew.
Bu. That bu plus chaya. I'm changing the example. That's right. Okay. So let me change that example. Let me make it as swa plus chaya. Okay. Now, swa plus chaya. Now the chakara following a rasva. What is rasva? Rasva means
Short vowel.
short vowel. So let me put it this way. Rasva is a ach. Rasva when followed by chakara will get tuk agama saru. Rasva means rasva vowel ach when followed by chakara will get tuk agama. Now what happens? Swa plus chaya is swa plus chaya. What follows chakara is first letter of the parapada. Follows what? Following what?
Rasva a.
Rasva akara. Where is the rasva akara?
The end of the purva.
Purvapadam. End of the purvapadam. Sakara plus vakara plus a is there. You have to see akara there. Don't see vakara there. Okay. Akara is there. Vowel is there. So that vowel, now what agama it will get?
Tuk.
What is the content of tuk?
Takara.
Takara. Now swat plus chaya. Understand this? This will get agama. What agama? Tuk agama it will get. The content of tuk is takara, then swat chaya. Understand this step?
Yes, Sharanji.
The rasva is the stani. Agama is kit agama, tuk agama. Being kit, therefore it is added after the stani. That is why it comes after. The direction you have to see after akara it comes. If it is tit, maybe it will come before. But anyway, let not comment at all, don't worry. The tuk agama is ordained. Therefore, comes after the stani. Here the stani, what is stani here? Important. But remember what you have to tell. Then only you can add the agama. What is stani?
Rasva a. Akara.
Haswa. Haswa.
Akara is a stani, not swa. Swa is not a stani.
Yeah,
That
haswa
akara is a stani. With regard to which the tukagama is ordained, right? Understand this step.
Yes, Guruji.
And after that, you do it. What the next step? Next sandhi follows.
Chutva
Padanta
sandhi.
jhal.
You apply Jashta sandhi, Swadha plus chaya. Then you apply after that. After that, what sandhi?
Shutvam.
Chitta sandhi, Svaj plus chaya.
Plus chaya.
After that,
Chartva sandhi.
Chattva sandhi, Svaj, it becomes Svaj. So Swach plus chaya, Chattva sandhi. Then you get Swachaya. That's the answer. This is the answer. So what are the steps involved? You see, Swa plus chaya becomes, it gets tukagama. Then tukagama content is takara. After that, the sequence of rules, Jasha sandhi, then Chutta sandhi, Chattva sandhi, get the form. Is it
Meaning
clear?
is the same, Guruji, one's shadow. Does it mean that?
Yeah. Yes. Meaning will not change. Meaning will same only. Meaning is, this is sandhi. Swachaya. When you join this, then the form would be swachaya. If you don't join, swachaya. One's own. This is what this the sandhi is about. We call this as tuk agama sandhi. What sandhi? Tuk agama sandhi.
Sandhi.
Now you see. Rasva aj when followed by chakara will take tuk agama. One example I have given here. Vriksha plus chaya. This is also a good example. Chaya, chakara, the first letter of the parapadam, following vriksha, that akara. Therefore, that vriksha will get tuk agama. Takara comes. Takara from where it comes? Because of tuk agama. Then after that you apply Chutta Sandhi. There is a Jashta Sandhi, Chutta Sandhi, whatever Sandhi is applied, you apply the correct final form. Vriksha Chaya, that is a form. This is a new Sandhi now. You can note. Right. Is it clear?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Now, the example what we saw is Bhu plus Chaya. Okay. Bhu plus Chaya. There,
Not Rasva.
not Rasva.
Dirgha.
Now, the next one, this Tukagama Sandhi number 2. Padanta Dirgha Ach. Now, the Dirgha Ach is, previously we said Rasva Ach. But now we are saying Dirgha Ach also allowed, provided if it is at the end of the Padam. So, Padanta Dirgha Ach followed by Chakara, then that Dirgha Ach will take Tuk Agama. Example, Shikarini. Shikarini is a Padam. Shikarini plus Chandaha. Okay. Chandaha, Parapadam, beginning with Chakara. And Shikarini ending with Ikara is there. And Shikarini is a Padam. So Padanta Dirgha will get Tuk Agama. And you get Shikarini Chandaha. After that, you apply Chutta Sandhi. I mean, just whatever, just Chutta, Chartva. You get Shikarini Chandaha. This is optional. The Sandhi is optional. If you are doing Sandhi, it can remain as it is also. Because Padanta is said optionally. Padanta Dirgha followed by Chakara will take Tukagama optionally. If it doesn't take Tukagama, then you will have Shikarini Chandaha. This also Sandhi has happened. Here also Sandhi is applied. Shikarini Chandaha. With Tukagama, you get the form Shikarini Chandaha. Without Tukagama, you get Shikarini Chandaha. Two forms are there. Don't think this form Sandhi has not happened. It has happened. Tukagama is optional. If you write like this, probably you may understand. Because the space is there, don't think Sandhi is not there. Space is there or not. That if Sandhi has happened means Sandhi is there. Shikarani Chandaha. Tukagama is optional. Like what we saw Lopaha, that Padanta Yakara Vakara becoming Lopaha, the same thing here. That space and all doesn't matter. Okay. In the older manuscript, there is no space at all. So all the words will be like that together. We have to split, we have to see where the space is, where what padam is, what all the padams. Okay. So that is why I am writing like this for understanding. Shikarini Chandaha is Sandhi has happened where Tukagama is not ordained because optional. If you ordain Tukagama, you get Shikarini Chandaha with Tukagama. Is it clear?
Yes, Chanji.
So Shikarini plus Chandaha will have two forms, Shikarini Chandaha or Shikarini Chandaha. This is before Sandhi, this is after Sandhi. Okay. After Sandhi, the form may look like before Sandhi, but here Sandhi has happened. Tukagama is not given because optional. If Tukagama is there, then you have to apply other rules. You have to apply Jashta Sandhi, Shutta Sandhi, Chatta Sandhi, then the Tukagama Takara will undergo change. Not of change, it will become finally Chakara. So Shikarini Chandaha. Okay. Fine. Think about this. If you have doubts, you can ask me in the next class. We'll stop here. So these are the two more sandhi rules. Tukkagama sandhi number 1, Tukkagama sandhi number 2. Right? Now apply the Tukkagama sandhi rule number 2 here. I think that is what is given here. Bhu plus chaya. Bhu as a padam if you
Chaya.
take, then it
Bhu
becomes. What will happen? What is the answer?
Bhut chaya.
Bhu, that is Tukkagama comes, right? Plus chaya. Then you have Bhuch. I mean, you can do all the gesture sandhi.
Jashtvam.
Becomes.
Bhut chaya.
Okay, let me ask you one question now. You think an answer. Here, booth is added. I mean, the takara is added, therefore it becomes booth. Now, will it undergo gesture sandhi or not? Yes or no? If yes, why? You tell me. If no, also why? Tell me. Gesture sandhi, why do you apply?
Because it is the Padanta Jal letter, Guruji.
Which is Padanta Jal?
Ta.
Don't say ta, takara, you say.
Takara, sorry.
You say pada. How do you know it's a padanta?
Bhut is a word, isn't it?
The chaya is a padam, so that has to be a padam.
Chaya is a padam, therefore bhu has to be a padam. Right?
Okay.
Chaya is a padam, therefore bhu has to be a padam. To a padam only you are adding tukkagama. Therefore it continues to be a padam only.
Padam.
Right? Therefore this takara now becomes padanta jal. The takara is now the booth, the whole thing is a padam. Therefore this takara enjoys the padanta status. Right? It is added to the padam and now it becomes the padanta.
Padanta Jal. Yeah.
It's a jal letter, therefore padanta jal. Therefore, you can apply gesture vidya. Otherwise, you cannot apply. Okay. Suppose if it is not a padam, then this takara will not enjoy the status of padanta. Padanta status will not be there. Now, bhu is a padam, and the tukkagama comes. Now it becomes booth. Booth is a padam, and the jal letter, takara being a jal letter, padanta jal. Therefore, gesture sandhi can be applied. You understand? Is it clear?
Yes,
So, gesture sandhi is applied. Then you apply chutta sandhi. Then you apply charta sandhi. Becomes bhuchaya iti rupa. This is what the sandhi is. I don't know why I gave this this sandhi here, because I inserted this sandhi here. Therefore, I have to talk about this tukkagama sandhi. Otherwise, I don't have taught you today. I didn't plan at all. But anyway, this two more sandhi rules you know now.
As it is Dika Padantam, we can say as Bhu Chaya also.
Optionally is that, yes, you're right.
Okay.
You can say Bhu and Chaya. That is also possible. Two forms are there, optional. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Ji,
Dhanyavad Guruji.
Microsoft Word, you will put in the group, Ji.
That's only an explanation. It's not yet formatted. You want it like that?
Ji, I want the explanation so that I can sit and work it, then only I can understand.
Not only that, Guruji, if you can send this one, we can add our own writings there in between.
That's indeed.
Thank you.
Okay. Dhanyavad.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Guruji.
Dhanyavad
Hari
Guruji.
Om.